Marvel's Avengers came out back in September, a few months ago of when this topic is being recorded. I was wrong about this game. We spoke about it before, and I was really excited for the future of this game and any potential sequels that would come out from this game franchise in the Marvel Gamerverse. I do understand that COVID has had an impact on all the DLC preparation and release for this game. It's affected everything. And I definitely think we as fans of gaming need to remember sometimes that these are humans creating these games, developing these games. It's not just all corporate faces just churning out games like a machine factory. There are people that are putting time into developing all of this work. But to go this long without releasing as much post-game content as originally promised, with very little updates on those developments of characters and gameplay and changes to the game's mechanics, and the story mode and the multiplayer experiences just being so lackluster, grinding out gameplay for meaningless armor upgrades and costumes that aren't imaginative at all. I definitely think something went wrong with this game that I was blind to when it first came out. Was it that there was maybe too much focus on differentiating the characters, all the Avengers heroes, to play as, which, in my opinion, and I think many of us here at the Dirty Table agree, they did a fantastic job, no question, with being able to make every hero feel different. No hero feels the same, and they all feel natural to themselves. They're all the ideal games for each of these starring characters. And of course, we've talked about this in our previous video, so feel free to go check that out in our YouTube archive. Was it maybe that this overall the strong character gameplay development took away from the level designs, or maybe the enemies? Maybe they could have designed humans just enough rather than endless robot enemies that all are just faceless and bland and empty. Was it that the upcoming next-gen consoles affected the development of the game and they needed to incorporate elements that would benefit both generations of systems? Was it that we got such a great experience from the Spider-Man game for PS4 that anything could/would feel lackluster in comparison? I don't know. These might all be open-ended conversation topics. I was excited for this game after its release because I knew that we were getting more content. I've learned and accepted. It's been a little difficult to swallow, but I've acknowledged that when a game comes out, you kind of have to take the full game release window into account. It's not just the initial $60 product that you're buying, now what will eventually be a $70 product. You have to take all the DLC into account and everything that's released as the overall product, and then go back and judge a game afterwards, after updates have been made to the system to fix bugs or game crashes or whatever. But there's just so much uncertainty with that stuff, and who knows if they follow through, any game company, with promises for future game content after a game's initial release. And who honestly knows if Square Enix is going to follow through on all of the characters that they promised for this game due to the maybe lackluster return/amount of people still playing the game. Game companies, they break these promises all the time. Sometimes the ongoing development just becomes way too taxing and way too much of a time waster when you can be putting that energy into a newer game for people to spend another $60, $70 on it. And again, a global pandemic certainly put the world into uncertainty, and it didn't help anything also. But would they have still suffered from the same problems of a lackluster gaming experience upon release if this overall product was the goal, that nothing had truly changed? I don't know. Great character work, maybe in a bland world. I don't know if that still would have held up regardless. And not just the gameplay character work, I'm even talking like the performances that were done via voice acting and motion capture and everything that they did in story mode. My past experiences of false promises or letdowns in gaming are absolutely affecting where I'm at with Marvel's Avengers. Games that disappointed that come to mind. Lego Dimensions never released its third year of content, so I can't help but feel like, as incredible as a game that is, which obviously we've played a lot of times here on the show, can't help but still feel like it was a failed product, even though it is fantastic, regardless of crashes. Smash 4 took out story mode after it was a huge success in Super Smash Bros. Brawl for really stupid reasons, but it definitely it made Smash 4 feel like a letdown in that regard as an overall product, hence why they needed to reboot it into Smash Ultimate, essentially. Duke Nukem Forever, it exists. Enough said. No Man's Sky was released as practically an empty game engine. Battlefront 2 and loot boxes. The list goes on as far as disappointments in gaming. I just don't want to get my hopes up again on something that I was promised to be exciting, but it turns out to just fall apart like all the post-release content has for this game. And if that happens, do we not get a sequel? No new characters or bigger and better storyline that maybe feature more than 3 Avengers villains, with 2 sprinkled in as like a cameo, basically. Time will tell, obviously, but I'm feeling off about it, and maybe I jumped the gun for being excited about this game when it came out and saying, this is going to be great, everything's going to work out just fine, everybody's going to be happy, we'll all buy this game forever, woohoo. I haven't cared to re-download it since the Kate Bishop DLC came out. I haven't even finished the Kate Bishop DLC because I just didn't care enough to go back in and re-download it. I was willing to delete the game immediately to re-download something else that I just bought for $20 on sale. And I think that says everything it needs to about Marvel's Avengers. What do you guys think? Like the video, share it with all your friends if you like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, comment down below if you think I'm a total nut job for crapping on Avengers in this way, or if you agree and think that, this isn't quite what we were promised. And as always, make sure that you tune in to Nights of the Dirty Table live at 5 on Twitch at the Zen Den Studios. That's where we is, and we will see you there.
Whoa! Welcome to the end of the Knights of the Dirty Table video that you just watched. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't already done so, make sure you subscribe to our channel, like our video, share with all your friends, and catch our live stream every Friday live at 5 only on the Zen Den Studios Twitch channel. I gotta go wander off into space. See ya! Whoa! Whoa!